Alors, danse. You know that song?
Mm-mm. Oh,
Yeah.
you did not do it.
No, I
It's
did it
more
perfect.
like,
What do you mean? You did exactly what I just did.
No, because you were bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
You were like beat,
Bang,
beat, beat. It's not.
ding,
It's
ding,
dun, 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 dun. It carries into its. That one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that song?
Alors, danse.
I don't dance.
That's,
Is it Bad Bunny?
No, it's an old song. It's from like I don't know what year it's actually from. Either early 2010s or late 2000 aughts.
All right.
It's by some French guy.
Okay.
I don't know what it's about, but the chorus is Allons danse. I'm overpronouncing it.
I don't dance.
No, it's like he's speaking in French. So I think that the song is about a guy who like has a crappy job and like a crappy life, but on the weekends he loves dancing. That's what I think. That's what I think it is. I'm not positive, but that's what I believe it is. Allons danse. I gotta turn the big TV on. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I think it's called I Love Dance.
No, it's called Allons danse.
Allons on dance.
Allons on danse. Allons on danse.
Just play a second of it. See if this is right. Ad. What do I do? What do I do?
Nothing.
That was close. Oh,
Hold it up to the.
I will. I got to make sure it's the right one first.
Okay.
No,
Well, that's not it even a
No.
little. Did you Google Allons danse?
it's right here.
Bam, 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 bam.
This is the official music video.
I didn't know there was one. Does it say what year it came out then? Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
See, I was right.
What?
Well, because he's working at his job. Put this up to the microphone.
I don't know if we can.
I
Is
don't
this
give
illegal?
a shit.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's one I was thinking of. Yeah.
Damn. I'm
The
so
music
good at
video
Can we? This is not gonna.
came out 16 years ago.
So 2010. So I was right on the fucking
Yeah.
money. What am I, some kind of genius?
Dude.
I know. We
Speaking
have
of-
to say it. It's not going to translate. Listen,
No, it's going to translate terribly.
podcast audience. We just have to say this. This doesn't make any this.
It makes zero sense.
But we were at brunch for Mother's
How
Day.
dirty this is.
Yeah, get that out of here. We were at brunch for Mother's Day, and we were talking about jelly donuts because Matthew doesn't like jelly donuts. He thinks it's not a good thing, and I do. That's not the point, though. The point is we were basically like.
We were fucking with our dad.
Yeah, we were fucking with our dad, just like fucking around, and we were talking. We made up the history of jelly.
Yeah.
Completely fictionalized. We were like, jelly was, originally a rich person thing, and then about the late 1800s, it, became like, more of a quote unquote peasant's food, to borrow some of Matthew's terminology. Blah blah blah. So then our dad was like, are you guys being serious? You guys being serious? So he Googled it. He typed into Google the history of jelly.
Yeah.
And it turns out everything we said was
Spot
exactly
on.
correct.
We did not miss a note. Years. We were getting years
We were getting
right.
years
I
right.
would say time frames.
Time frames
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, we fucking nailed it.
It was crazy.
But here's the thing is if you have any sense of, like, brain at all, you probably already know the history of jelly, and
Yeah.
you don't even know it.
Some people just don't trust what's out there, They don't trust their feeling on it,
Yeah.
No,
history is easy.
History's
if that
easy.
was on an exam, 100.
Rockets are hard.
AP history.
AP history. See, I think I got a 2 on every AP exam I took. I might have only taken one
I think
AP
I took
exam.
2. Wait, AP world history. But there was that thing
Okay,
where you
so
didn't
I
have
definitely
to take
took
the AP
2.
exam. Remember, you could take like the NCCC equivalent of it, couldn't you? Wasn't that a thing?
Not in my recollection, no. Not in my time. Because I was supposed to take AP the AP government exam, but I was out of town that day because I was going to look at a college, and so I just did not take that exam. So I think I was supposed to take 3, but I only took AP World and AP US History.
I took AP biology at one point, and I don't remember if
no
it
way.
was.
Not me.
I think it was AP biology, and I had shattered my arm. Do you remember this?
I don't know, man. You broke a couple of bones a couple of times.
Well, it was my elbow. Well, I dislocated my elbow and shattered my radial head. Like, so when my elbow dislocated, the bones went like that. Like, it came out of its place and it hit another bone and it shattered the head. So I was, like, slung up for quite a while. And I'm pretty sure it was during the AP bio exam because I had to take it with a scribe.
Oh, I
Like,
do
in a private
remember that.
room. And, dude, whoever that scribe was, because it wasn't like a teacher or anybody, and it wasn't
No.
another student. It was like an appointed person.
Yeah.
They had to have thought I was the dumbest kid to ever exist.
Well, that's not on you. That's so embarrassing.
Because
Jesus.
those AP exams too were like completely irrelevant.
What do you mean?
Like, you would get like college credit if you passed it, right?
Yeah.
But if you didn't pass it, there was zero repercussions.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, you could say that about most everything.
Well, no, because like sometimes like you could fail
I've
a class.
I've never had a repercussion in my life.
You could fail a
I've
class.
never been
You know, like if you
repercussed.
failed an exam, you could fail a class.
Not
you know?
me.
No, I'm saying you could.
I guess one time I did, but that was a Regents thing.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But the AP exams were just like, this is just
It's a
like
practice round.
if you want the college credit, you got to pass this. If not, like you took the class, but you
Yeah.
just don't get the credit. So it was like a meaningless exam in
Well,
my
it wasn't
opinion.
meaningless. It was like it was
I know.
it was a
What would I
scrimmage.
have done
It was
with?
an intellectual scrimmage.
I think so, I think there was those two. It was AP World History, AP Bio, and then there was one other one. Well, it was the college comp one because you could get college credit for that, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean there was an AP English class.
I know, but
College
this is
comp
what I'm
was-
saying.
Oh, so college comp was the one where they taught us that in high school to be the equivalent of a community college class.
No,
So that
but
was the
I'm
one.
telling you, in the AP classes, there was something or other. There was something.
Well, it's possible that like that's how you, like that your grade for that would be through the Niagara County Community
Maybe.
College because it was a college equivalency course and exam. That
Maybe.
might make sense.
I'll tell you what, though, those classes were nothing like college.
Yeah, because people tried in them, and
Yeah, that's a great call. Not that we need to get into college, but when you're in high school, there's this notion that like, dude, that's
don't
not
even
going to
wanna-
fly
I
in
know.
college.
I don't even
And
know
I'll
if I
tell you
talk
what,
about
right
this.
now, if there's any children listening, dude, high school is so much more work than college.
You want to talk about repercussions? The people who, and I guess I'm talking about teachers.
and there's
certain
high school is
teachers.
zero work,
No,
col-
of course.
but like college is like you actually have. I guess you actually have to do like homework and stuff like that occasionally. But the difference is you're not stuck in a fucking building made of cinder blocks for 9 straight hours a day.
Yeah,
So like you could do whatever the fuck you want.
yeah, a lot more.
Then you just
yard
gotta
time.
turn in a
Lot more
paper.
yard time then. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
even on the shittiest days in college, sorry to continue to run with this, but now I'm just thinking about it. Even on the shittiest days in college, I think I was maybe in class for like 4 hours a day
Sure.
max.
Yeah.
Like there was one day a week where I would have like a 9:30, like I would have like a 9:30 to 10:45, an 11 to 11:15, and like a 12:30 to 1:45, and like that. But that was like the worst day that you could come up with in college in terms of class schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't bad at all. I had one 8:30 class my whole tenure, and the only reason I went to it was because it was my only class that day, so I could go and then I could go back to sleep as soon as I got out. But like I had this one class at 9 or 9:30, and because I had other classes later that day, I never went to that class.
Yeah.
There was one time my roommate and we were walking to it together, and we were about 3/4 of the way there, and we heard the clock tower go off, meaning we were like going to
Late.
get there late, so we just turned around.
Yeah.
Not that there would have been anything bad if we had been late, like it wouldn't have been any, but it was just like it's
Yeah.
Might as well just pack it in. That's enough for today.
I had a few 8:30s like across, like probably in the earlier years of college that I definitely went to. I wasn't a huge no class guy, but also I was rigorous with how I built my class schedule intentionally. And then there were some classes that
Unavoidable.
I was going somewhere with this.
I bet you were.
I don't remember what it was.
I bet you don't.
Something about 8:30 class. Oh, I know what it was. The best was like later in my college career, we would have practice at 6 a.m.,
Mm-hmm.
which, like, yeah, that sucks. But you'd go to practice at 6 a.m., you'd leave the rink at like 7:45-ish, like to go back home.
Mm-hmm.
I would stop and get like a couple Tim Hortons breakfast sandwiches, and then I would just go to sleep for like the day.
Yeah.
Like, and I would just like,
why not?
Yeah, wake up at like 2 o'clock, and then you're like, all right, here's my day now. You still wouldn't do anything productive,
No need.
but yeah, what
That's
a time.
productive in its own right. You know, you're getting to know yourself.
What a time. I know we got a quicker episode to cook through today, but I do want to just let the people know, as they can probably, anybody watching is seeing this, the Sabres do play tonight, Game 4, Round 2, against the Montreal Canadiens. They're now 2-1 in the series right now. So they won Game 1 at home.
Right.
Then they lost Game 2 at home, and then they got smacked in Game 3 in Montreal.
Yeah.
So I'm going to declare it right now for the fan base, it's a must-win tonight. You
Well, of
cannot
course.
go down 3-1. You have
That's
to
what they
bring
always
this
say.
back home for Game 5, 2-2. So I don't know what you got to do to get there, but you got to do it. You have to do it.
Well, that's just good coaching advice.
Yeah, I got. Listen, it's stressful, man. Like, I'll say this. You know, we're in Buffalo, obviously, so I'm a Bills and a Sabres fan. Bills playoff games are stressful at times, or they're very stressful, but it's once a week, you know, and it's like a condensed period of time. Like, this is the first time in my adult life, as we've talked about previously, that I've really been able to, you know, sink my teeth into a Sabres playoff run, and it is taxing on the body. You think the players are going through a lot? Think about the fans, all right? Just want to throw that out there because it is taxing on the body. Dude, Sunday, Mother's Day, Sunday night, like, we went to Mother's Day brunch, like you mentioned. I went home and, you know, did some yard work. I stopped at Home Depot dressed to the nines for Mother's Day brunch and picked up
So dressed to the 8s, maybe.
yeah,
I
was probably 7. I was dressed to the 7s.
Thank you.
I was dressed to the 7s and went straight to Home Depot, bought some plants, bought some mulch, 10 bags of mulch.
10 bags.
Which is not a lot. I was only going to do like a small section. I allotted myself a certain amount of time.
You do have a lot of areas.
Oh, buddy, I still probably need 15 bags at least to finish it off. Yeah. But it's one of those things where it's that time of year where, like, the weather is so shitty here in the spring sometimes.
Yeah.
And so there's really nothing you can do to avoid your house looking like shit, except for small windows when you have the opportunity to, like, do something.
Yeah.
So it was really like hey, this is a front of the house day. Like, we got to do something to the front of the house so people think that this place is inhibited.
Yeah. Inhabited,
whatever. And then the back is, you know, the back is bad. The back is bad. The back of my house. If you were looking just at the back of my house, you'd assume you could buy my house for less than $6.
If you could see it from the front.
Yeah, it's
Wait
great.
Till you see it from the back. Ack.
The back just it needs a little more TLC, you know,
folks. There's so much going on. You've got so much on your plate. Why take up more of your time with little things like having to go to the grocery store? My personal least favorite. I've started getting my groceries delivered, and it has changed everything for me. I am genuinely more happy of a person not having to deal with going through those aisles, people just running into other things with their carts, like people not looking each other in the eye. I really hate the grocery store. And the parking lots, forget about that. But the great news is Instacart exists. And you might not know this, but you can get more than just groceries on Instacart. You can also get some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour, boy. But the best part is right now, Two in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description. Start taking things off your plate and putting different things on your plate. It's a food delivery joke. It's not really a joke. It was just kind of a thing I said. The point is this. Make your life a little easier with Instacart. Hit the link in this episode description. Get that deal and start using Instacart today. Listen, like I said, you've been working hard. And I think you deserve to treat yourself. And there's no better way to do that than to check out all the great stuff we've got over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. We've got more than just clothes. But let me say this. The clothes, they're going to make you look good and make you feel good, okay? This is not some cheap, weird, like that Gildan brand and it fits disgusting. This is like, you're going to want to wear this stuff. It's super comfortable. The t-shirts especially. I'm talking tri-blend material. That's 3 kinds of material. That's Target quality, folks. But we've also got mugs and pint glasses and bucket hats and baseball hats, slides, notebooks, fanny packs, all made to order. So again, get yourself something nice and check it out over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Link is also, of course, going to be in this episode description. Check it out. And if you're interested in advertising on this show, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. You know, man, the podcast advertising, it feels like it gets bigger every week. Every week I listen to, my regular roster of podcasts, and it's like, Chevy is doing ads on podcasts now. Oh, Nissan's doing ads on podcasts now, like car companies, but not just them. McDonald's, State Farm, like massive brands that have massive ad budgets that do big commercials on the Super Bowl every year and all this stuff, and it's very cool. I mean, I can't think of anything in my lifetime that has created its own space for advertising in the realm of like television, newspaper, but now podcasts are right there with them, and that's only going to get bigger, and that's really cool. The problem is there's not really any room for smaller or local businesses to get in on the action. At least they haven't yet. But the good news is that's what we're here for, all right? That's what we're all about. So again, if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising and what it can do for you, hit us up, reach out to us at snackspotsports@gmail.com. So I assume you didn't watch any of the Kevin Hart roast then? You've been so busy.
I saw that you sent me, I saw that you posted on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, Jeff Ross.
Yeah.
Well, so Jeff Ross, comedian Jeff Ross, roast manager general, he showed up. I guess, he always wears a costume to the roasts. And he dressed up like Eddie Murphy for this one in the Delirious costume.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Is that what his face is actually looking like these days?
Well, that was a really bad picture that I took. He did not look that bad.
Okay, because that was bad.
I know. The only reason I posted it is because it made my point. Because he looked exactly like this. So he wore Eddie Murphy's Delirious red jumpsuit, and he looked exactly like this comic book character named Deadman, who, if you know ball, like, rules. And so I took a picture, and I was like, oh, my God, first live-action Deadman, posted on my story, followed by a picture of what Deadman actually looks like. And, a few comic book people hit me up and, laughed at it. So I could try and pull that up right now, but it'll take a while. But, yeah, Jeff Ross. Well, here's the thing you have to remember, Matthew. I'm going to tell you this before you say anything bad. He did just beat cancer. Keep that in mind.
As I was looking up the picture of Jeff Ross, one of the things that came up was Jeff Ross cancer, and now everything that I have to say, I'm instantly, I'm proactively taking it back.
He really didn't look as bad. Like the picture that I took, just the lighting, and I zoomed in on my TV. I didn't stand up and get it. It made him look really bad. but I used it because, like, even without the bad look of that picture, I was like, he's dressed like Deadman. Like, he's wearing the suit. It's not just that he's bald. It's like he's wearing the Deadman costume.
Yeah.
So that's probably the closest we'll ever get to a live-action Deadman, and I've just got to come to terms with
at Bernie's.
That doesn't. No, that's not. That's not. No, first live-action Deadman was what do they call?
Get it?
Cops Armed and Dangerous.
Never seen it. Never heard of it.
We watched it together. Cops. You know the show Cops?
Oh yeah.
There was a special version called Cops Armed and Dangerous, where they could show dead bodies.
Oh.
And there was this one we were watching together where there was a dispute inside of a trailer, a mobile home, obviously, and the cops walked in and they stepped over a guy who had been shot, armed and dangerous.
That's not good.
No. But the roast was, I'm not like a huge roast guy. The thing is, it's so long. Like, this was 3 hours long.
Can I
this
ask you a
roast.
question?
Of course.
What made you tune into this?
Well, because I just wanted to see, like, specific people.
Okay.
Mainly Tony Hinchcliffe. You know who Tony Hinchcliffe
Nope.
is? Well, you know Kill Tony?
Yeah.
So that's his show. So
That's the guy?
Yeah. He's Tony.
The kind of smaller, spiky-haired white guy. They call him gay sometimes, but he's not actually gay.
They call him gay all the time.
Yeah.
I'll pull up a picture of him.
I saw there's a great guy that I've been seeing. Yeah, that
That's
guy.
Tony.
There's a great guy I've been seeing clips of from Kill Tony who's hysterical.
Which guy?
He's like a redneck guy. He wears like a cutoff or a crop top.
He's got the blonde hair.
Yeah.
That's Uncle Laser.
That dude is funny. You don't like Uncle Laser?
No. It's just you got to understand, like,
The history of Kill Tony?
You got to understand the history of Uncle Laser specifically. Like, Uncle Laser is a very, I would say not so much anymore, but Uncle Laser was for a very long time a very divisive figure in the Kill Tony universe. So do you know how the show works, Kill Tony?
Yeah, like you go up.
They pull people out randomly from a bucket, and then those people have 1 minute to do stand-up. They do have sometimes like regulars, because the people in the bucket, sometimes they're terrible. Sometimes they're weird. Anybody can sign up and anybody can get pulled out. So Uncle Laser's one of these guys who got pulled out of the bucket, and he wasn't necessarily very good at first, but he's obviously a really
charismatic.
He's an interesting guy for sure. He's a unique character. So he's like working at it and stuff. So I think so it's just funny that you were like, that's the guy.
No, that's not. If I was to think Kill Tony, I would think that dude that's on Saturday Night Live now. Is he on Saturday?
Cam Patterson?
Yeah. That dude's funny.
Yeah,
but I've just been recently seeing clips of this Uncle Laser guy.
Uncle Laser, I feel like has been killing it lately.
And he is mad funny.
He is funny.
He also told this. I saw a clip not on Kill Tony of him telling the story why his name is Uncle Laser. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, I think I did see that because he just told it.
I don't know like how true it is, but he I think claimed it was true that he was like hooking up with married woman maybe or something like that back in the day, and the woman's kid, when he would go over, the woman that he was doing that with would tell her kid like, oh, this is your Uncle Laser, like, so that's what they would
look
call
up the
him.
clip because it is funny.
And
show it's on.
Then per him, he was supposed to go over there like one night, and his mom asked him to like help him with something. So he said like, I can't come over tonight. And he helped his mom, and the woman had somebody else over, and the either like husband or disgruntled like ex or whatever showed up and shot the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
All right. Anyway, back to the Kevin Hart roast.
Yeah. So Shane Gillis was the what do they call him? I guess the host of it, and he's like not a roaster. He did one roast. It was the roast of Big J. Okerson years and years and years ago, and it's really funny because he's not like
that's not his
because
style.
He's bad at it. Yeah, so he's like leaning into like being bad at it, and it was really good. But so I wanted to see Shane because he's always funny. I really want to see Tony Hinchcliffe because Tony Hinchcliffe during the Tom Brady roast was unbelievable. You got to look that up if you haven't seen it before.
Tony
He's got the best joke, one of the best jokes I've ever heard, and I'll say it to you now. So there's this stand-up named Sam J, who's she's a stand-up. So this is Tony's joke for her. He goes, Sam J's here. She's a black lesbian, which means she doesn't eat pussy. She all hell gnaws on it. And I think that's constructed as well as any joke that's ever been said in history, and it's so fucking funny. And he destroyed on that roast. And Tony Hinchcliffe, a lot of people he's also kind of a divisive guy to like people who don't know him very well. So a lot of people did not want him to succeed on this roast, but he did. He did really well. He did great. And there's this woman, Cheryl Underwood, who I guess is like a pretty famous stand-up. I'm just not familiar with her. And you know how a roast works. It's like you're there to roast the main guy, but everybody who's on it, everybody's catching strays. This woman, everybody talked about her because I guess her husband killed himself by jumping off a building, and the jokes that people made about that did not hold back even a little bit.
She's a comedian actress?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she also killed when she got her turn, and then Cat Williams showed up, which was great because he and Kevin Hart, have a big part of when Cat Williams famously went on the Club Shay Shay podcast, or when Cat Williams, he talked about Kevin Hart a lot in that episode. But so I don't know. I think
I heard from what I heard about it, it was like there was a lot of people taking deep shots at people.
There were. I mean, again, that Cheryl Underwood. You gotta watch it, but the jokes they did about her husband were fucking unbelievable. The thing about these roasts is, you gotta. I hope they don't take it too far, because like the Comedy Central roasts, when they just started doing them, that's why they stopped. So who does them now?
This is Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix. Oh, and this is one of their like things that they stream live, like the Free Solo Man, all that stuff. So I don't know. It was okay, but it's just kind of long and boring. And I think because of the success of the Tom Brady one, like everybody watched that. There were a lot of people who came to this roast, like just in the audience, who like
famous people.
Were just there to
see it
because it was like a happening, not because it was like a good, like they were ready to laugh or anything like that. So
how many juice boxes?
How many juice boxes for the Kevin Hart roast?
Yeah.
I was just trying to remember how many juice boxes we did. Like,
it was out of 5.
Okay, it was out of 5?
Yeah.
I would say a solid 3.5 juice boxes.
Is that a good score, would you say?
It's not a bad score.
Okay.
Because, like, there were people who killed, and then there were people who, like, didn't.
Yeah.
And between that were a lot of just, like, long stretches of, showing famous people in the crowd.
Yeah.
Not laughing or whatever, so.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. Speaking of famous people, I know I've been talking about Michael Jackson a lot because that movie came out.
Yep.
But I just saw something that I wanted to read to you.
I saw a funny tweet.
Go ahead.
Said somebody, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something along the lines of somebody tweeted that, like, crying in the AMC right now, R.I.P. Michael. Like, as if they didn't know that Michael Jackson was already dead. You know what I mean? It was funny.
Sure.
Anyway, continue.
Do you know what a rider is?
A rider?
Yeah.
Like somebody who's a rider for somebody?
No, so a rider, and you might know this.
Like a Rico Bosco rider? That's a deep cut.
It seems pretty deep because I don't get it one bit.
Yeah.
A rider is like when a band or performer is going to a theater or some kind of venue, they'll have a document that's like, this is what we want in our dressing room and stuff. So, whatever, sparkling water.
Yeah.
So Michael Jackson had one for when he flew private, which, obviously is the only way Michael's flying. So this is I wanted to read to you what his private plane rider was and tell me what you think. This is from 2003. For breakfast, KFC original chicken, mashed potatoes, corn, biscuits, scrambled eggs, strawberry jelly, gravy, spray butter, salmon lox, low-fat wheat bagels, low-fat cream cheese, fruit plate, and whole fruit, especially oranges, grapes, apples, and bananas. Lunch, KFC original chicken breast, mashed potatoes, gravy, corn, biscuits with jelly, spray butter. If traveling for a number of consecutive days, will try other forms of chicken, but would still like KFC. Dinner, KFC original chicken breast, mashed potatoes, gravy, corn, biscuits with jelly, spray butter. Which, first of all, that was our grandma's diet. That was our grandma, who I don't know if you remember, but our grandma, she's 94 now, so they don't let her. I think if she had the choice, she still would, but she was a KFC fiend.
Really? I
oh
don't
my
remember
God,
that at all.
dude. There was a couple years ago where it peeked its head up again. Like every time we would have a gathering, where you'd be like, "Well,
I do
pizza.
remember we used to have KFC at the family
And
picnic, didn't we?
She's why. She's like, and so, when people are like, "What should we have?" Always KFC. People are throwing out, "Oh, Wegman sub tray, blah blah blah." Grandma, we could get KFC, and we always did because of her. Absolute KFC lover. Shout out to her. Probably why she's 94 years old. I don't know what happened to Michael that he didn't make it that far. Dessert. Here's the thing you got to know about Michael. Rarely eats dessert, but will ask for a sundae 1 out of 10 times you fly with him. Eats mostly gum and mints for dessert, or will pick at whole fruit. Beverage preferences. Wine in a Diet Coke can on every flight. Every is underlined. Orange Crush or fruit punch. Will sometimes drink tequila, gin, or Crown Royal. Additional comments. Likes big red gum and a lot of different gums and mints. Will eat cheese and crackers and fruit plates on very short flights. Very timid flyer, but will get out of his seat during takeoff and landing. Those times when they tell you to stay in your seat. Be prepared to clean a lot after he deplanes. No chocolate, peanut butter, broccoli, or strong scented foods. So that if you were flying with Michael back in the day, that's what you could expect.
So there's one thing that stands out to me.
Okay.
And it's the wine in a Diet Coke can.
Yeah, dude. So this is actually something that myself and I think a lot of people knew before. Michael Jackson would always drink wine out of a Coke can, be it Diet Coke or regular, because he didn't want kids who looked up to him
to think he was
drinking a lot. Yeah. So you can find pictures
of him drinking Diet Coke.
Yeah.
But it's really so. What do you just crack open a Diet Coke and pour it out and then fill it with wine?
Yeah. When you're rich, that's what you can do, brother.
No, I mean I'm not even looking at the financial aspect of. I'm just saying like that's interesting. That's the only thing that stands out to me. Everything else seems fair. Honestly, I don't think the requests are that crazy. It's just like, hey, the food that he likes.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that it was so much KFC. I like when, and like every meal this guy wanted KFC. And that's kind of awesome. Like,
dude, I couldn't tell you the last time I had fried chicken from KFC. Every once in a blue moon, shout out Alex Bauer, I'll end up mixing in a Famous Bowl.
Sure.
Because those things are fucking good.
Oh, damn. See, here's one of the interesting things, because Michael Jackson was, Pepsi, that's like, oh, shit, I think this is it. I don't know. That's one. I don't know. I've seen pictures of him on flights where he's like
drinking out of a Diet Coke can.
Yeah, maybe this one. You can't really see enough in there.
But that says it on there because you didn't want his kids to see him drinking alcohol.
Yeah. But,
so specifically his kids.
Well, yeah. But, yeah. But so obviously Michael Jackson got like a lot of plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Do you know where that started?
No.
He was doing this big like Pepsi. I think it was a commercial shoot. It might have been at some kind of event, but I believe it was a commercial shoot for Pepsi. And one of the lights like malfunctioned or something and sparked, and his hair caught on fire. And so he had to get a surgery. And from there it was like, well, I guess I'm going to be a white guy now.
You think his hair was insured? Should have been.
No, I think with Michael, I think he was definitely like of that era where you could insure things like that, but I think his was probably like his feet or his shoes or something. Whereas you would have like, I don't know. I mean, Hulk Hogan was balding, but I feel like he'd still have his hair insured.
Yeah, because it was the look.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
Like Bruce Lee had his hands insured, like that sort of thing.
Did he?
I don't think he actually did, but that sounds like a rumor that Bruce Lee would tell people about himself.
Not Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan has no insurance.
Jackie Chan doesn't need it. Jackie Chan, I was just watching a clip of him. He did this movie. So Jackie Chan, in America, people don't realize what a global superstar he is. Like,
he cooks.
There are years where Jackie Chan has been the #1 movie star in the world, highest grossing, and not one of those films has been like a large studio American release. He did this movie with Johnny Knoxville. That was a foreign flick that I have not seen. But obviously, anybody who knows Jackie the way I do, as my biological father, knows that he is also a singer or was a fan of the 2008
Olympics.
Beijing Olympics.
Beijing. How I love Beijing.
I love Beijing.
They've tried to listen. I'll tell you. I know we've talked about this many of times. They've tried to scrub that off the internet.
You can't erase history.
It's fucking out. It happened and it exists.
Of course it did. It happened. I love Beijing.
No. Now you're mixing songs.
I love Beijing.
No.
That's so good though.
It's not bad.
You don't want to.
It's honestly better than the original
I love
version.
Beijing.
Do you remember how honestly, people were so terrified of China after that Olympics because of how choreographed and synchronized those ceremonies were.
Yeah.
People were like, how the fuck did they execute this? Now looking back on it, there's a chance that 100% of those people were robots. But anyway, back to
he
Jackie
did a movie
Chan.
with Johnny Knoxville, and I was just watching a clip from it where Jackie Chan sings Adele's "Rolling in the Deep."
They nail it.
Put that on wax, baby. Put that on wax. Send it up the Billboard charts. It's just, I'm gonna be like.
What's that mean? Like make it a record? Put it on wax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it on wax. Like make it permanent. You know what I mean? Like lock it in. Put it on wax. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Jackie Chan's necessarily got like the best voice, but he's an entertainer.
Yeah,
we know that. We know from everything that he's ever done.
Rush Hour,
Rush Hour 2,
Rush Hour 2,
Rush Hour 3,
Rush Hour 3,
The Spy Next Door, The Tuxedo, which is an underrated Shanghai fucking Noon, and Shanghai Nights, brother.
Do you think he was Short Round's inspiration for acting?
I don't know. That doesn't match up. Jackie Chan's peak was post Indiana Jones.
Okay.
But yeah, Shanghai fucking Noon. That movie.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
I think they might.
Anyway, get on to about the Johnny Knoxville thing.
Oh no, that's in that movie.
Oh, the song about Adele. Yeah,
and Jackie Chan singing
the song of Adele,
and then and then this crowd like joins in, and they're all singing Adele's "Rolling in the Deep," and Johnny Knoxville's just like looking around. But I gotta watch that whole movie because I think it's really good. Like I've seen other clips from it, and some of the stunts are really cool. But Jackie Chan, God, what a winner.
Yeah.
His animated series, destroyed. Almost all of his movies, incredible. His animated series was the one with the talismans, Jackie Chan Adventures. Let me pull up a picture of it right now because I think you'll remember. We had like books. You know how they make like the really kids books?
Those never crossed into my room. Those stayed in yours, brother.
Yeah, that's fair. Jackie Chan Adventures. But the reason I know that
It's right there. Click it.
Okay. The reason I know that I was born in the year of the ox is because of the Jackie Chan Adventures books had like a zodiac thing in the back of them.
Yeah, this
You don't remember this at
zero
all?
bells.
Damn.
Yeah.
It really it was so hard to watch TV when we were. Oh my God! Did they? No, this is like a fake live action poster.
2026.
That's pretty sick.
All right.
It was hard to watch TV when we were kids.
You want to get
never
into the
knew
Hooligan of the
anything
Week?
was on. Yes. Remind me of. I mean, you can tee it up if you want because I do not recall.
This
I'm
week's
gonna
Hooligan of the
say it
Week
wrong.
is Penelope Garcia
Penelope Garcia.
from Criminal Minds versus Velma from Scooby-Doo.
Now I know you're a Criminal Minds guy.
But I'm also a Scooby-Doo guy.
Well, sure, who isn't?
Yeah. Scoob.
Scoob, shout out. Hey, guys, Scoob still available to rent or purchase on Amazon Prime
It
Video
might be
right
free
now.
now.
I'm sure you can stream it somewhere, but I mean, people worked hard on it. Donate to the.
Yeah.
The important thing is getting eyes on the project. That we can't lose sight of that. But Velma, I think could. Here's the thing about Velma, she is the most resourceful. She's the most dependable. She's got the juice. But if you knock her glasses off, she completely loses her mind.
So, this is why I liked this fight, and I'd have to go back through and look at all the details. I've watched Criminal Minds many of times, but I don't remember exactly. But there's a point in which she gets shot, I think.
Pamela, is that her name?
Penelope.
Penelope?
Garcia. They call her Garcia, or Baby Girl.
Baby girl. Baby girl.
There's a point in which, like,
What you do
somebody
something,
specifically
baby girl?
comes after her,
Mm-hmm.
and it fucks her up. Like, it takes her a while to get back on the wagon because she's not a field agent.
Of course.
She does a few times then in the later episodes, like when she overcomes, that traumatic experience, travel with the team. But she's the guy in the chair. She's the ultimate guy in the chair.
Yeah. She could go toe to toe with
Like,
any guy in the chair.
If you need information, Penelope Garcia, boom, gets the information.
Guy.
She's a smart cookie.
Well,
But
talking smart cookies.
well, that's what I'm getting at. Is the thing about Velma is yes, the point about the glasses. Penelope Garcia also glasses,
Yeah.
and Penelope Garcia very fancy glasses.
Very nice glasses.
So, but Velma is so smart and logical that she doesn't always get afraid like the rest of the Scooby-Doo, the rest of the gang,
yeah.
right? So she sees the logic and everything, and she's like, ghosts aren't real. We're not, we don't need to be afraid of this. We just need to take their mask off, and it's going to be the guy who owns
Except for
the
Zombie Island.
auto body
Shout out.
shop down the street or whatever.
Nice.
But I think Garcia would be afraid. Here, like, she has that fear in her. She like, even though she's so smart and is logical and is good with the keys, I think she doesn't have the field experience that Velma does to have some of that same courage. Now, on the flip side, what I will say is that the criminals that Penelope is helping hunt down are a lot different than the criminals that Velma is hunting down. The criminals that Velma is hunting down is like back to my auto body reference. It's like because somebody else opened an auto body shop down the street, so they put on like a mask of like a sea creature and they pretend to haunt it.
Yeah.
The people that Penelope is hunting down are like the worst serial killers in the world.
Yeah.
Like the worst of the worst people, like deranged
Right.
people of all time.
Ago, you've been haunting an amusement park. How many people did you eat today?
Yeah, that's literally it.
That's
Like,
the difference.
think of all the worst serial killers ever. That's Criminal Minds.
Let me ask you this. I don't know if this is really going to affect the fight here, but do you think that Velma could make that leap?
Yes.
I think so too.
I
but
think
don't
Velma would be
think she-
great in the BAU.
I don't think that she.
I think she'd be excellent in the BAU.
I wouldn't be surprised if they've tried to recruit her before.
into the BAU.
Yeah, but she feels like she's making a real difference with the people on this level.
Yeah.
And if not her,
Yeah.
she can't leave fucking friend Daphne to do it. Shaggy, give me a break.
No, they'd be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, no, I think she definitely is capable of making that leap. Now, I think the question becomes, like, I'm going to spin zone this, and then I'm going to give my final answer. Actually, I'm going to spin zone it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Here's the one thing that we know about both of these people. Like, not the main thing, but here's one key factor. Penelope Garcia has the ability to find out essentially any and everything on any person ever, no matter like how hidden that information is or whatever. And one thing that we know about Velma, I don't remember it as much in the TV shows, but at least in the live action movies, is she's very self-conscious.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it came down to it, and Penelope Garcia needed to win this fight, it would start with a pretty serious verbal attack on Velma that would really, that would bring up Velma's, past self-consciousness. It would be a deep dive into Velma's, like...
psyche.
Yes, like the thing she fears most, which is her inner self, And I think between Garcia's connection with the BAU and understanding of all that stuff, plus her ability to find that information, she could really throw some daggers verbally at Velma. Now, the question becomes, though, with Velma being more of that field, detective and having some experience there, does that inspire a fit of rage within Velma? Because I do think, if so, physically Velma would beat up Garcia. Although... I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I said I was going to spin zone it one more time, and then I was going to give my final answer, and now my final answer is Penelope Garcia.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Velma can outsmart whoever she wants, but she's literally got everything going for her, except if you knock off her glasses, it's totally game over. It's not like if you did that with Penelope... It's not like she would stop.
Well, we don't know what Penelope's eyesight's like.
Well, sure, but she wouldn't stop everything. If Velma's glasses come off, it's literally like you unplug her. She can't do anything. She's jinkies. I can't find her glasses.
This is my Velma impression.
Yeah, and it's spot on. So, I think that. Oh God.
Ready?
What's that? Oh, movie. One word. Jinkies. Velma. Velma's not a movie.
She's in, yeah. How do you do character?
I don't know. This maybe. Let's rock today.
Let's rock. Good reference.
I do think, though, that Velma is more agile than Penelope, and with that field experience, she could be able to really outmaneuver Penelope, especially with Penelope's lack of that experience. And I feel like it's hard to believe that Velma's been around Daphne for so long and not picked up a few moves, as opposed to Penelope being around the Criminal Minds agents, because Velma's in the field with Daphne watching these moves, whereas Penelope is still in the chair.
Yeah.
Ultimately, and I've got to admit a little bias here, but I think Velma's also stronger than she knows. I think that she might not be used to the physical attacks as much, but once she dodges Penelope, nails her. But again, it's all Velma's. It's all down to Velma's glasses. That's such a weakness.
Maybe if she knows the fight's coming, she goes rec specs for this one.
Velma with rec specs.
President.
That's my caveat. President of the world.
Yeah.
Velma with rec specs.
World
literally
leader.
Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Literally, solve the Middle East crisis, no problem. So that's my caveat. Velma with rec specs.
But she doesn't have rec specs.
Well, it's like
you can't just add a tool.
Well, here's the thing.
You can't add a tool. All right, Penelope with a gun. See, you can't just fucking add something.
Okay. Yeah. Velma without rec specs, but it's like
she's never worn rec specs.
Which this is an irritating caveat. But when people go Batman with prep time, he could beat anybody. Velma with rec specs versus Batman with prep time, that's the real fucking who would win. But since you're right, Velma's never worn rec specs and does not have access to them as far as we know. Gotta be Penelope Garcia. She's harder.
Vote on that on Instagram on Friday. Who would win of the week? Andy, time to wrap it up.
Yep.
Good advice for everybody out there.
Never done it before myself, but
I love you.
I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.